Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Knitting Forecast. Cheers! So, who am I? Good question. My name is Sarah. I'm originally from Liverpool, hence the accent, but I'm now living in Cheshire with my husband, our little boy, and 2 cats, which may or may not make an appearance. Because I've got all my wool here to show you and they love it. So first podcast, bit awkward, isn't it? This is all a bit awkward. What do we say? What do we talk about? I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to show you, I'm looking over here because everything I've got to show you is here. I've recently been to a knitting festival, which I'm going to show you some clips of, show you what I bought. Very exciting. And I'm going to show you what I finished knitting recently and what I'm knitting at the moment. And that's it for the first one. That is it. I'm going to keep it short because nervous. So let's start with what I've just finished. And to be honest, I'm so proud of this. So proud of it. It's the Halibut Cardigan. I'll put the Ravelry links below. Isn't this an absolute dream? I'm going through like a weird fish phase at the moment. This fish vase here triggered it, and I'm just so into things with fish on. I don't really understand myself. The buttons don't have buttonholes to connect into. Missed all that out. But I love this cardigan. It's knitted in Drops Nepal. Other way. Got so much to get used to. I've got no like posh equipment. We're just laptop and phone. So I feel like I keep looking over here because that's where I can see things, but I need to be looking here. So bear with me. My lovely cardigan, I have worn this so much. It is so warm and cozy. It's just the right kind of weight for me. Knitted in 4.5 or 5 millimeter needles. And honestly, so nice. One bit of a shock though is how much it's bobbled already. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that with this kind of yarn. Will it pick up on camera? Like, I don't really mind a bit of TLC when it comes to my knitting. You know, I blocked it. I'm happy to, I've got like a little bobble machine that takes all the pills off. I just didn't think it would happen that quick. But I do love it, and I knitted the cuffs extra long because I am a very cold person, always freezing, always. So whatever I can do to keep extra warm, I will do. And so when I'm driving, I'll pull this down so it covers most of my hands just to stay cozy because that's what's needed. And it's one of the reasons I'm doing this podcast this year. Actually, I decided that 2025 was going to be my year of knitting with like intention and good purpose and things that I'm going to use for years and years to come and love and look after. And what I found recently with supermarket purchases or just shops, high street shops in general, I am wearing a H&M jumper right now. This is not a hand knit. Has got some real wool in it, so it does keep me warm. But the trend seems to be, and I'm not against the trend, there seems to be lots of recycled polyester and plastic, and I'm pro recycling. I do my recycling bin, don't you worry. But they just don't keep me warm. Those kinds of jumpers, they just don't keep me warm. And I see so many nice ones in Sainsbury's. Their collections, I always think look really nice. And I have bought a couple over the years and they just don't keep me warm. I have to have like double thermal jumpers on underneath just to stay warm. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just going to knit my own and learn over time which wool works best for me. Another thing about that cardigan, actually, we're not moving on yet, is how much I had to change the pattern. I'm bringing it back. So there's a halibut jumper or sweater, and I knew that I wanted to knit the cardigan version. However, the the pattern required the steeking method, and I've never done that. I'm not there yet. So you'd knit it as if it's a jumper and just have another section down the middle, and then it would be cut with scissors. You'd be cutting your knitting with scissors. That's a no. That is a big fat no from me at the moment. So I actually knit the body and the back flat. Back and forth. I'm knitting colour work flat. So all that purling, you'd knit a row, purl a row, obviously. Took me so long. This actually took me a couple of months to finish, because purling and colour work, not my friend. It is not my friend. So I adapted the pattern to that, and then of course failed on the button band because I didn't put any holes in it. But I'm not really one to fasten a cardigan. It'd just be open anyway. Now we're moving on. Here's what I'm knitting at the moment. It's in the, I've dropped it. Same yarn. In black and kind of like a greyish beige. I'm knitting the key sweater. Isn't she a beauty? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I've nearly finished it. I've done the length of the sleeves. I just need to go down a needle size for the cuffs. Other way. And the bottom, I'm just working on the last black section there. And then it'll be ribbed as well. And I've been trying it on as I go. I've done like a block midway and then did another block recently just to keep trying it on, because I want it to fit really nicely. And I don't know about you, but everything seems to be high neck these days. But I'm thinking I might actually sew this one down just to make it a bit more wearable in spring and autumn. But I absolutely love it. I'm a bit worried about how much it might pill from the Halibut Cardigan experience. But as I said, I don't really mind a bit of love and care. So this one is mainly knit on 4.5mm needles. Oh, it's a petite knit, did I say that? This is my first petite knit ever. I feel like everyone has knitted multiples. So I'm joining the gang. We're knitting a petite knit. Pattern, great, loved it. Couple of mistakes, I don't know if it's on my part though. The keys themselves are the little sections, and they're meant to line up like perfectly, white to white, black to black, but mine don't. I don't know what I've done. They do further down where there's no increases, and obviously the sleeves, fine, all line up as they should. So I don't know what I've done wrong, but don't think it's that noticeable, and I'm not going to ever go back and change it. So we're moving on. So that's my current whip, and I always like to have some socks on the go. As I said earlier, I visited a yarn show. I'm looking for the name of it because I can never remember. The Northwest Winter Wool Festival. Bit of a mouthful for me. It was in Blackpool anyway, which isn't too far from where I live, just over an hour's drive. So I dragged everyone with me. We all went and had a great time. I picked up this yarn. I picked up a lot of yarn. We're gonna get to that, but I just wanted to show this whip first. So this is a self-striping yarn from All's Wool that Ends Wool, and I've bought from them a few times actually. Self-striping though, you can't go wrong, can you? Because I spend a lot of time sat in the car waiting for people, picking people up. Take it with you. Just put a podcast on and get knitting. Honestly, best time. Take a cup of tea. Can't go wrong with that. So always have some socks on the go. And as you might be able to tell, I love a black and white stripe. It's classic. So I'm just doing a vanilla sock. Quite a thick rib section. quite a thick one. Fine, 2x1. And I'm going to do one of those heels. It's not an afterthought heel. Is it called a forethought heel? Unsure. I've blurred. A forethought heel where I think you put a bit of scrap yarn in where you want your heel, and then later on you take that out and use the stitches to do your heel. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm usually a heel flap and gusset girl, but when it comes to self-striping yarn, just don't think it looks right, so I'm not doing it. So shall we get to my little trip to Blackpool? I've done a little montage. I'll show you that first. Here we go. Okay, hope you enjoyed that little montage video. Here's the first thing I picked up when I went into the big room there. Look at this little project bag. I'm all about the hearts and cutesy And this one is quite practical, to be honest. It is from Pickle Lily. She was a lovely lady, actually. I really enjoyed talking to her. She was telling me about how she makes them, and they're all felt lined. So this is like a sock size. It's also a yarn ball all rolled into one. We've got poppers here, so you can pop and have your yarn coming out the little hole. Let's actually do it so I can show you. So we pop it shut, and then the ball's going nowhere. So when you've got cats like mine, you need some little device like this, just to keep that ball of yarn safe. It's never really safe, is it? And there's another one, just to snap it shut, and isn't that just the cutest little thing? All handmade, hand sewn. So that was my first purchase, very pleased. Another one of my favourite stuff. Well, they were all my favourite. Everything I bought from, loved. This one is called Super Effective Fibres. And I'd seen these guys online on Instagram first. And I live in a gaming household. So things like Pokemon, I know too much about them. But yeah, I was really attracted to this shade. It's only a mini. But look at those purples, my gosh. I had a really great time talking to the two guys who run the store, or who dye the yarn, to be more specific. We chatted about what their dyes represent and different types of Pokemon. They also had Mario themed yarns, Stardew Valley themed yarns. They were showing me one of the Princess Peach themed yarns, which had like pinks and yellows in, but the pink and the yellow blended a bit, not how they were expecting, and it kind of gone a bit brown, but it looked really good. So they said it was a bit moody, and then we discussed how wouldn't you be in a mood if you were getting kidnapped all the time like Princess Peach? Just saying. So I showed you this one in the video. They had it knitted up. This topic yarn fibre, this topic. How are we pronouncing that? I think the guy was called John, and he had knitted up a gorgeous hat in this yarn. And it's kind of like a toadstool theme. A little bit of a pinkish red with white flecks. And it's just, that is totally me. Absolutely love it. It's a sock yarn. Hasn't got the name. Oh, it's called Toadstool. I loved it, and we had a chat about the hat that he'd knitted, and I think I might knit a hat in this. And will it be socks? I mean, I just don't know yet. I just knew I had to get it, had to have it. So another purchase from Oswald that Ends Wall is these minis, and I always like to pick up some minis from Socks and Toes, Heels and Toes. So these are 20 gram minis, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and some gorgeous greens, gorgeous. Yeah, I'm into greens and purples a lot this season, it seems. Always good quality yarn from them though, so that's the same company as this. I also found some lovely stalls with like sales baskets, and who can resist a sales basket? I picked up some Drop Snord, which I've never used before. Has anyone used this? I picked it up in some really nice colours, like a rusty orange, which is colour 11, and then this really nice, I mean, how do you describe this green? It's showing quite well on the screen. It's colour 10 anyway. Really nice and soft. And it's not the most expensive wool anyway, but I did get this cheaper than what it would be online. Oh, it's got 45% alpaca. That's why it feels so nice. Yep, 25% wool and then 30% polyamide to make it strong, I guess, for socks. But gorgeous colours. Don't think I'll use them together. But let's see what I make. Because I'm knitting with purpose this year. And then another one we featured in the video. I think I showed pretty much the whole store, and she was lovely, the lady there, and she was wearing lilac dungarees. Don't know if you can tell, one of my favourite colours. Look what I got. So this is from Little Lilac Yarn. So nice. It's got little blue and pink specks with little bits of dark purple as well. What will be knitted? Who knows? The only knitted hat I have is green. And as much as I love it, I wish I had an alternative colour. So I'm not sure which one of these will be a hat and which one will be socks. Let me know what you think, if you've got any opinions. So nice though. So pleased with my purchases. And then I think my last purchase, nearly, I'll show these first. Every time I go to a yarn festival, which isn't often, because we don't have many up this way, to be honest. But most, like late springs, I'll venture down to Wonderwool in Wales. Done that for a few years now. My husband's Welsh, so we're quite happy to travel that way. I always stop at the Attic Spin Dyes and pick up some minis, and they always have good sales bins as well, actually. So just pick these up. Always good to have a nice grey. You never know when you'll need a good grey. And then I just love this orange as well. So yeah, always go to them. These are really, I think these are 10 grams, but really like mega cheap. And the lady and the guy who run the stall, they're always so nice. And every time I tag them on Instagram, they always share it. And I just think, lovely people, really nice people. And then this is my last purchase now, from Yellow Door Yarn Company. And I think this is one of their first festivals, actually. Can you see this? There we go. So they are on Etsy. I'll try and link actually as many as I can below. They're probably on Instagram, but it doesn't say on the card. But a lovely couple actually from Warrington. And I have family there, so we chatted a little bit about that. And I got some lovely minis. These must be 20 milligrams. Should I show them all at once? Might be easier. Yeah, 20 grams, all hand dyed. And they said it was going really well there. I went down on the Sunday and they said it was almost as busy as the Saturday was. So I'm glad it went well for everyone. Everyone seemed pleased. So it was their first time doing the Winter Northwest Winter Wool Festival. Why is that so hard for me? And it seemed really popular, so I'm sure they'll do another one. The parking was an issue. It was an issue. Everyone struggled with parking, and there was a run along for prom that day as well, so nowhere to park. But Blackpool was really nice. As you will have seen, we went to the arcades as well. You've got to. And I think that's it for my haul. Let me just show you it all. Ooh. Isn't it exciting when you hold it all up like this? So one last thing, but I've forgotten to bring it over, so let me go and get it. I'm back. I am taking part in this year's Knit Every Day in March for Alzheimer's Research UK. They sent me the merch ready. So yeah, we've got the bag, we've got a bookmark from them. This is the bit I like the most. It's kind of the calendar to tick your days off as you go. I will put the link down, but I mean, I'm new here, so I don't expect anyone to really sponsor me, but luckily my family and some friends have, so I'm pleased with that. My nana is in a dementia care home, so we quite likely have Alzheimer's in the family. So when you connect that need with knitting, it would be rude not to join in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm hoping to do like a few seconds of filming a day and make another. I'm using the word montage and it just doesn't sound right. So please tell me what word I'm meant to use. A montage of me knitting every day in March. So that is it for today. Hopefully I wasn't too awkward, and hopefully you can understand my accent, because I know I talk pretty fast. I will try and tone it down, but it's just our Liverpool accent is this way. Please do like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing what I carry on with this year. I have got plans for my next jumper. I'd like to do 3 or 4 jumpers this year, which is that ambitious? I'm not really sure. Yeah, so please stick with me. I hope to get better at this. We'll see how it goes. But join me again. Bye for now.